Good morning to all of you. Today I am here to ask some questions, personal questions from our classmates. That is inside that are critical incidents questions which I want to ask those students which they tell about their personal life. So first question I would like to ask from Anjali Maurya. Please tell me what culture do you like the most?
I like Indian culture the most because India is one of the most religiously and ethnically culture in the world with a diverse nation and people with Indian people they plays a central game in their life with most of the many of the people than other countries and India's rich brand is culture is our identity to as a nation and humanistic art tradition food of our India this is our culture and according to me India is world's best culture country and according to our Indian people uh, we follow the concept of Ati Devo uh, and treat every guest like a god and the most popular costume of our India is namaste. Sometimes we say that namaskar or namaskaram. This is that word we say that for giving anyone respect and in India is such a very great country because here live the oldest cultures like Hinduism, Islamic or Sikhism, Christians, Jains, and
It sounds very good that you have answered very fluently. So I want to ask you, what can you explain something about Western culture?
Western culture derives most of its custom traditions from European culture, and Western culture is also known as Western civilization and Occidental culture. Western culture is referred as the modern and advanced culture in the world, and you can see Western culture in America, Spain, Germany, and many other countries. And in Western culture, most of people belong to Christianity, and Western culture has had a very special impact on our culture. The biggest example of this in India, where earlier people used to wear dhoti, kurta, pajama, sari, etc. But today's people like to wear pant, shirt, jeans, and many other clothes. And the daily activities of Indian people have become Western and slowly Indian people destroyed their own culture. If this continues, then one day our culture will be destroyed completely.
You have answered very fantastic way. And next I want to ask you, what is your opinion about Indian culture?
India is most culture of the country than other country because here is follow many rules and Hindus, Islamic, Sikhs, and according to me, India is such a very great cultural country. The most of the popular word is Namaste, Namaskar for giving anyone respect. The greatest culture is the culture of Bharat, which produced great and pioneer warriors, scientists, teachers, traders, gurus, king, and man and woman with medals and curtain these games immortals and their santan dharm.
Very nice answer. So I want to ask you, if you were the DM of Bahraich, what would you do for making Bahraich corruption free district? Please tell me.
I think I think if I were a DM of Bahraich, that corruption is started by criminals, so I would have sent the criminals in jail. Thus, Bahraich is free from corruption.
Ask you, you have tried your best to giving your answer. That was very fantastic. I next want to ask you question. What would you do if you were the PM of India for making India best grow?
If you are the PM of India, I am making of India a strong country. I is the trying to India force the most of powerful in the world of PM of India.
So you have seen there these students has spoken very well about Indian culture, about political matters, or PM, about the DM, and what would you do if you are what would you do for making corruption free states or country. So next I want to call some boys, please come and tell their opinion. There are some classmates, I want to ask know their opinion, what they know about their things, and I want to ask some questions from these our classmates. So our first question from him, what is your opinion about your parents?
Parents are the most precious gift of God for us. Cannot imagine our life without parents. Parents are my good friends and my superheroes, my role models, and my string. We need to respect and love our parents.
That our parents is the best parents in the whole world, that they provide all the type of facilities to us. That was very nice. And next I want to ask you, who serve a country better, a soldier or a teacher? As you know, soldiers are also protect our country, and teachers protect our country by teaching the students. So please tell me.
Most of the time, a soldier lives on the border of our country. It may be mountain near river. Sometimes he survive without proof. A soldier protect his country. He is a member of army. A soldier always ready to fight for his country. He has keep himself strong and healthy. A soldier life is not easy. Therefore, everybody cannot be a soldier. Thank you.
Yes, as you said that soldier life is not easy as you think. Soldiers never ever take, means they take food, but they take food very less times. They have to fight with their enemies, so there is no time more to take food. But I want to suggest you that teacher is also a wonderful things, that teacher teach the students or soldiers to able them to pass the examination of any type of soldier, or to become any type of serviceman. You have to teach from teachers. So I think teacher is also best person in the world. What is which holy place do you like the most, and why?
Varanasi is very most, and because Varanasi is Indian state of Uttar Pradesh, and dating to the 11th century, regared by uh, uh, regared by the city draws who baths river Ganga sacred water and performs. And why it is Varanasi famous? Varanasi famous its education and its culture. It is known the center of education in the Banaras, and there is world famous university named BHU Banaras Hindi Vishwavidyalaya, and Varanasi sari is very famous, and Varanasi's temple famous. That's why Varanasi is so famous. Thank you.
Trained that holy place Banaras is very holy place, that you find most of the temples of Hinduism. So you explain best. Next I want to ask you, what is your opinion about this academy?
My sc- uh, my school is the best school in this area. It provides good source facilities. School is the place where we learn to read and write. Write. It's it is a crucial place for a student. It helps us learn new things. It's the teacher learn that the teachers are always helpful and teach us important important things in life. Thank you.
As you will found a wonderful academy in this rural area, whose name is Blue Wells Academy, one of the famous in this Bahraich district. And this is one more thing, that is this is in English medium according to CBSE pattern. So I want to ask you, what would you do for making India a Bishguru country?
For making India Bisguru, we should respect our elders. We should teach anybody. We should help anybody. Uh, Mostly, we should respect our soldiers who serve our country. Thank you.
You have told we should respect or do other more activities, but I think for making, you have tried your best, but I think for making Bishguru country, first of all we have to strict our constitution, and we should punish the criminals as much as possible if they do any type of big crime. Thank you. So dear friends, again I want to ask some questions from our classmates. about the about their personal life or others personal life. So I want to ask some questions from him. uh, why you want to become a learned person?
What motivates you in this teaching perfection? Never use the word like money, promotion, or success or anything. Make that what you have to really show that I love to connect with the students. We learn. I feel sticks for five that.
Study not just means to be a learned person for becoming for getting such a type of services. Studies means that for developing your personality, for developing your things. And so I next I want to ask him, why are you studying?
Education is very important. Education is one of the key components for an individual success. It has the ability to shape one's life in the right direction. It facilitates quality learning to people throughout their life. Thank you.
And I so next I want to ask you, what would you do for making a India crime free country? As you know, crime rate has been increased very much. So I want to ask you, what is your opinion?
The national crime record is the national crime record is agency under the Ministry of Home Affairs is engaged the controlling crime.
You have tried your best for controlling crime. We should make a strict rule all over the India. By making a strict rule, we can control the crime rate and it will be decreased. So next I want to ask you some questions. What is your opinion about the current president Draupadi Murmu?
Draupadi Murmu is the 15th President of India and second woman President of India. She was born 20 June 1958. She is belonged to scheduled tribe family. She was 9 Governor of Jharkhand and now post is the President of India 2022 2027. She is a very humble and hard worker. She is very kind lady. We are proud of Draupadi Murmu. Thank you.
We should take a motivation from Draupadi Murmu, as she is the president and she belongs to very poor family and she has become the one of the biggest service of India. That is you can say that she is the honor of all over the India and she can rule over the India. So next question I want to ask you, what would you do for making India a best country?
By developing technology system and cell and power cell powers and confidence by making strong relation and other country that help make India best grow. Thank you.
As you know that by power we cannot be a rule, we cannot be a best group. By increasing our natural beauty on India, we can be make our country a best group. Thank you. So here are some other classmates. So also want to know their opinions about other topics. So I want to ask some questions from him. What is your opinion about birth?
My opinion about birth is the process of the suffering of the emergency to the a new individual particular of a or some springs and of a suffering and other some words.
Tried your best for your explanation. So I also want to from our classmates, what is your opinion about Indian soldiers?
Soldier fight to protect our nation.
Yes, we knows that soldiers fight with enemies, because soldiers fight with enemies that we are able to sleep at night without no any type of problems. So next I want to ask take our opinion from Harshit Misra. What is your opinion about humanity?
I think humanity is a thing which person do with other living organisms. They 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 give us respect from his elders, and humanity is humanity is a humanity is a thing with humanity the
Okay, very nice. As you know, humility is the that quality of human being which we can able to win the heart of any person. By humility, we can be get the biggest success on our life. So thanks to so I want to tell you something about Indian politics. As you know, Indian politics is the best politics all over the world, and yes, constitution is also very good, and this is developed by the many countries. And I want to tell you that after 2014, India has got a new turn in developing, and there are so many developed roads, and you have seen that there are NH national highways, and there are so many water tanks which were not available in villages. As our government has tried to develop the villages are not able to do not able to take the advantage of cities level, but our present government has done a very wonderful work for developing our villages. Thank